During the 11th episode of the 12th season of The Curse of Oak Island, the crew makes a discovery, a buckle that is 400 years old and has the potential to hold the key to the island's famous wealth. It is a fantastic discovery that has everyone talking about this copper and gold treasure that was discovered. The team has already discovered significant pieces in Lot 5, which is located close to the shoreline. These pieces include Venetian trade beads from the 17th century, materials that match the soils from deep within the money pit, and iron tools that some people believe could be linked to Sir William Phipps, a British naval officer from the 1600s. Lot 5 has become a hotspot for the team. Many members of the team are of the opinion that Lot 5 may hold the answer to determining who or what was responsible for the riches. They are ecstatic as they sift through the prizes that were left behind by a mystery rounded stone foundation that is located nearby. Gary Drayton, an expert in metal detecting who is always enthusiastic about his work, begins to sweep his detector over a mound of loot that was extracted from a rounded stone foundation that was located nearby. The moment the detector begins to buzz, they immediately begin digging. The detector begins to buzz. During the course of his investigation, Gary unearths a little relic made of copper. On the other hand, the rivets on the back of the object are what attracts their attention, despite the fact that it has been broken in half. Almost immediately, Gary begins to hypothesize about what it could be. Could it be a piece of a soldier's bag or a component of a military uniform to begin with? The fact that the team has previously discovered military-related items in the area, such as iron tools that some people believe could be connected to Phipps, is a fascinating aspect of this situation. Would it be possible that this piece of copper is additional evidence that points to Phipps's presence on the island? The topic of discussion shifts to the notion that this relic might be a clue that links the mysteries surrounding Oak Island to some kind of military operation. In the later part of that day, the artifact is carried to the laboratory, where it is examined in greater detail by Carmen Lega, an expert in blacksmithing, and Emma Culligan, an archaeometallurgist. This appears to be a belt plate, or possibly even a riveted nameplate, according to Carmen, who agrees with the initial evaluation described above. Nevertheless, the composition is what genuinely distinguishes the artifact from others. After analyzing it with the Skyscan 1273 CT scanner, Emma comes to some shocking conclusions about the situation. Not only does the copper plate contain copper, but it also contains zinc, iron, lead, and an element that has caught everyone off guard: arsenic. In her explanation, Emma explains that the presence of arsenic could potentially date the construction of the artifact back to the 16th century. According to the material composition, it is possible that this object was manufactured prior to the discovery of the money pit, which would be more than a century before the team ever began their search for the treasure. It is possible that this copper relic, if it is in fact from the late 1600s, would be a great fit for the theory that Phipps and his crew were active on Oak Island. A number of iron items that could be associated with Phipps' time have already been discovered by the team. Additionally, the architecture of the stone foundation on the site exhibits symptoms of hurried building, which may be a hint that something significant was being concealed in a hurry. The researcher Scott Clark, who has a background in Freemasonry, has been of the opinion for a long time that the treasure that Phipps was searching for could have ended up on Oak Island. The team from Oak Island is on a mission to unearth the secrets of the treasure that is hidden on the island, and each new discovery adds another layer of mystery to the situation. The discovery of the copper plate from Lot 5 is simply the most recent in a string of discoveries, yet it does not yet provide us with all of the answers that we require in order to comprehend the mysteries that are concealed on this mysterious island. What exactly is concealed beneath the surface of this discovery that appears to be nothing special? If this seemingly little bit of metal were to lead to Sir William Phipps and his long-lost fortune, would it be possible? When the crew starts to delve deeper into the history of the item, the questions begin to pile up, and with each new piece of information that they unearth, the enigma just becomes more complicated. The question that has to be answered is whether or not this item has any direct connection to the myth of Phipps and the treasure that was rumored to have been buried on Oak Island many years ago. Is it possible that Emma Culligan and the rest of the crew would discover something that completely contradicts all they believed they understood about the artifact as they continue to investigate it? An archaeometallurgist is someone who specializes in the study of metals in order to unlock the mysteries of ancient artifacts. Emma Culligan is one such example. Due to the fact that she has a background in both engineering and archaeology, she has become an important participant in one of the most enigmatic treasure hunts in the world, which is the quest for treasure on Oak Island. The fact that her work has been instrumental in revealing vital clues that have the potential to rewrite history has established her as one of the most significant individuals in the ongoing Oak Island saga. The beginning of Emma Culligan's adventure begins in Japan, where she was born and raised. After relocating to Canada, she attended Memorial University of Newfoundland to earn a dual degree in engineering and archaeology. She makes her debut on The Curse of Oak Island, although not as the main character of the episode. Rather, she has the role of being the one responsible for some extremely advanced technology. In her capacity as a member of the Oak Island team, she is responsible for evaluating metal objects discovered on the island and employing sophisticated methods in order to determine where these items originated and what they could possibly imply. One of the most significant discoveries she made was the copper artifact that was discovered on Lot 5. It was not just any old scrap metal, it was a copper alloy, and once Emma did her tests, she discovered that it included traces of gold. This was not just any old junk metal. Instantaneously, everyone was left wondering whether or not this was some kind of military honor for a high-ranking officer. Alternatively, it could be something that European explorers employed when they passed through Oak Island many centuries ago. To put the cherry on top of the cake, the copper included arsenic, a substance that was widely utilized during the 17th century. Now, what exactly does that imply? There is a possibility that this indicates that European explorers, such as Sir William Phipps, are the origin of the evidence. The item might have been a component of the equipment that an explorer would have used. At this point, we do not yet possess all of the answers. Although the metal plates, artifacts, and even theories are still being analyzed and pieced together, the process is still ongoing. However, it is very evident that Emma plays a significant part. She is gradually removing the layers of the story that Oak Island has to tell with each test and scan that she does. There is no telling what more hints she will find in the future. Is it possible that this copper item is the missing link that allows everything to be connected? Instead, is this merely the beginning of a riddle that is even more profound? It doesn't matter what happens. Emma Culligan is right there at the forefront, and with her abilities, she could very well be the key to unlocking the greatest secrets that Oak Island has to offer. A great number of findings and hypotheses have been proposed in relation to Oak Island, which is a mysterious island located on Earth. The discovery of a copper coin that dates back to 1317 and was discovered in the Money Pit is one example of such a discovery. This coin suggests that there may have been people living on the island prior to the time of pirates and explorers. It is possible that early Europeans, or maybe Vikings, were responsible for this. Among the other discoveries are fragments of copper wire, which may be indicative of advanced metallurgy, which is not typically associated with pirates. The collection of coins discovered on the island, including the coin from 1598 and others from approximately 1600, have a direct connection to Spanish exploration and trade. This suggests that Oak Island may have been a significant location for treasure hunters and explorers long before pirates were involved. A cross made of lead was found on the island in 2017, and it had a striking resemblance to the symbols that are associated with the Knights Templar. The conclusion that the Templars might have concealed something on Oak Island was reached as a result of this. Off the coast of Oak Island, a Roman sword was also discovered, which provides more evidence that Oak Island was already well known to civilizations long before we were even aware of its existence. As other parts of the puzzle are discovered, it is becoming increasingly apparent that Oak Island has hints that point to a much more profound history. Even as the search for Oak Island continues, the mystery surrounding the island only grows more perplexing, leaving everyone eagerly anticipating the next piece of the puzzle to be revealed. Readers are urged to contribute their opinions in the comments section below, as the enigma of Oak Island's secrets is not yet solved. Such as a copper coin from the 1600s, a lead cross that might be even older, and tiny pieces of old paper. However, these scraps have sparked wild theories, such as Pirate Captain Kidd hid his loot there, the Knights Templar burying the Holy Grail, or even the Ark of the Covenant, Shakespeare's lost plays, or Marie Antoinette's missing jewels. The land itself adds to the confusion, with a triangle-shaped swamp and a line of boulders shaped like a giant cross called Nolan's Cross. Smith's Cove also got excited